what has been the biggest surprise or breakthrough that has occurred in the past 25 years that you feel has moved Alzheimer's research forward from where we were to where we are today? Jeff, do you want to go first?
Yes, that's a great question. And unequivocally, the most important thing for my patients, which is what matters to me, is the approval of new therapies that actually change the disease course. This is so important. And there are many targets. People have criticized the emphasis on amyloid. That's because we won with amyloid. Now let's win with tau. Let's win with inflammation. Let's win with a lot of other targets. But we have broken through. We've created a new era of therapeutics with disease-targeted interventions in the amyloid cascade. And I think that's so important because it's important to my patients.
Outstanding. And Suzanne, from a research lens, what was the major breakthrough that you think happened in the last 25 years?
So it's interesting because it's in a way it's the same thing that Jeff said, but it's the other side of that coin, which is that we finally developed approaches and analytic methods and outcome measures and interactions with the FDA that could get us to the point of getting approval of a disease-modifying therapy. The reason that I went into Alzheimer's disease and kind of stayed in that field after I had worked there at a specific company was for that reason, that it's very, very hard to see slow, subtle changes in early disease. And it's hard enough that even once you see them, you're not sure if they're real. And honestly, we're still fighting that battle in a lot of ways where people think the monoclonal antibodies don't make a big difference for patients. But the difference that they make is sort of the equivalent of prevention over treating symptoms late in disease. And that prevention in early subtle disease is so important to see how much different that is than a symptomatic benefit. And so I think we're still fighting that battle in a lot of ways, but just to have gotten far enough that we could see success when we had it is really important. And there's still quite a few people who don't even recognize that success. And it's because that subtle difference between early prevention or slowing subtle change versus big dramatic change late in disease. So I feel like we're still trying to fight that battle, but we've made substantial progress.